Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, welcome back to Elden Ring. Welcome. This is probably gonna be, in fact, almost definitely gonna be the last episode of my series of my gameplay walkthrough thingamajiggy. It's been emotional. It's been fun. It's been exciting, and now it's almost sad as we approach the final moments of the game here. This wonderful, excellent game that I love so much, and I hope a lot of you do too. We're here in Faru Mazula, ready to take on the main boss here. So this is a big old story boss. It's not the final boss, but it will set in motion the final stages of the game for us to deal with. In the last episode, we took out Melania, or Melisandre. We had a crushing victory against her. We didn't die once at all. And it was a flawless run. No, not quite. But I did manage to defeat her in the end without using any of my Spirit Ash summons, including my Mimic Tear. So I was quite pleased about that. I was quite pleased. It took a little while, but honestly, I didn't mind. I enjoyed the whole thing. So we've done everything up until this point here. As we approach the finale, we've explored all of Faru Mazula, so there's literally nothing else to explore, unfortunately. From Software, why didn't you make a bigger game? You could have made a bigger game, like twice as big, so I could have carried on playing. Hopefully there'll be DLC at some point, but I'm kidding. Also, it's obviously a huge, sprawling, fascinating game. So here we go. Now this is probably my least favourite boss to fight in the game. Sorry, I can probably tell you it won't take as long as Melisandre did, but I don't know. It's the second phase. It really, I struggle because I don't know if anyone else struggles the same way, but like just the damage that they do and the amount of health they take off, and then some of the endless combos, it's a bit much. But again, I'm going to try not to summon my Spirit Ash because I'm kind of interested to see what happens here, if I can do it. I'm not going to spend as long doing that as I did with Melisandre. I'm just checking recording as well. But anyway, it's still kind of early here on a Saturday. I've got a cup of coffee here with me to keep me on my toes, poised and ready. And now this is significant, not just for story purposes, but for us personally as the Tarnished, the entity that we're about to see in here. Some of you will know, obviously, but some of you may not know, or some of you may have guessed who's going to be in here. Okay. Now, if you complete his quest up until this point, and get ready because I'm about to give it away who it is. If you feed all of the death fruit to him before getting to this point, I believe there will be special dialogue, or at least you have to meet him and give him some death fruit. I don't know if you have to give him all of the death fruit, but make sure you give all the death fruit away before you come into this room.
Tarnished. Why wouldst thou? Why? 'Tis no matter. I hereby vow that destined death shall not be stolen again.
Here's Garank, the beast clergyman. Now, we're here to obtain the Rune of Death, people. Why is Garank the one who is guarding it? What could this mean? Too soon? So, he hits very hard. His attacks flinch. he has 2 phases. This first one isn't too bad, but the second one is a bit of a problem. So using all of his bestial incantations that he's taught to us so far in the game. Oh my lord. There we go. So as is usual with harder bosses, I always tend to die on the first go, and to be fair, it's been like I don't know how many months, 8 months since I've fought him. But yeah, this is Garank. He acknowledged us there. He was almost saddened by the fact that the Tarnished that had helped him up until this point, consumed death, was now seeking the forbidden treasure of destined death. It's kind of a cool little moment. It's a sweet but somber moment. So let's try again. So my advice is not to stand too close to the edge, because Garank is quite good at knocking you off. I haven't taken my Great Rune here because I forgot. So let me do that. Yeah, try not to fight too close to the edges. Oh, I'll be trying to rely a little bit on Frost to help. Pick your healing windows. He's not too tanky, which is possibly our saving grace here. But he hits like a truck, which is the main problem. If we can get a stagger, that would be amazing. But we're getting to phase 2. Here we go. Get ready, people. Big moment.
Oh, death. Become my blade once more.
We just broke some sort of seal on his hand. Oh, Garank, you were a doggo all along. The real Dark Souls starts here. This is Garank's true form, and he was indeed all this time Malekith, the Black Blade, sorry, demigod and brother to Queen Marika. Okay, I'm gonna try and get some Frost going again. You know the trick by now. I'm going to get my super heal ready. Oops, I tried to lock on. I'm trying to lock on, please. Give me a Hoarfrost. Explodey, yeah. Now, he is very, hard to hit. And you'll see his attacks reduce my maximum HP and apply a health debuff, which is a problem. Now your max health will come back eventually, but it will be gone for a while, so be ready. Now one of the main problems, apart from hitting like a truck, he's hard to hit. He's so hard to hit. Okay, I need to heal or I'll die. Okay. Nope. Shit. I don't care about my runes. I don't even know how many I had. It's not relevant, people. Focus. Oh, okay. Their spells can go through pillars. Mine can't. Good to know. Alright, I'm relying too much on my Frost. I think I just need to go for it now, people. Oh, I forgot that would be an AoE. Oh, hello.
Marika's black blade.
So this whole time, people, the little old, well, I say little, but the beast clergyman in the bestial sanctum who we were feeding Deathroot to was, like I said, a demigod. Brother to Queen Marika. And guardian, keeper of the Rune of Death, which has humongous story implications that we'll touch on a little bit after we after we fight Malekith. Okay. So I'm not going to try and make the same mistakes that I did with Melisandre. I'm not going to rely on Frost too much. If I can get one off, good. If not, you know, that's just the way it goes. No, you really do have to roll late on that one, otherwise the tail end of the the spell will get to you. I forgot my Great Rune again, people. Come on, Josh. I need more coffee. Okay. Get me some damage in. I mean, even in this phase, he's very agile. We did, of course, fight him once in the Sanctum. Now, his ground spell might be able to go through the pillar here, so do watch out for that. But I do not want to get close to the edge there. Ah, the old disconnect the lock-on behind a wall. Why?
Tarnished. Why? Why seekest death?
No, Garunk! Ah! Whoa! Forgot about that one. So he's still very agile. It's a bit of a problem. But he doesn't apply death on you yet. Oh! The Rune of Death. Ah, shit. His attacks don't really tend to flinch either. It's kind of... At least his attacks with his dagger. It's a little bit... It can be confusing sometimes, because you think you haven't gotten hit, but actually, like, half your health is missing. Ah, my goodness, Garank! I thought he was going to do a ground pound. Never mind. Right, come on. I will get one frost going. Here. Whoa! That's through the wall, Garank. That's a no-no. Okay. Now, if we manage to... Oh, that was very nice of him. If we manage... I'm just going to heal... If we manage to get Stagger on... Ah, shit. That's pretty good for us. He's being quite kind at the moment. Now, do still try and time your dodge rolls, because at the end of the day... You know, it's a dude with a sword. Alright, I'm gonna need my shield ready. I don't like this one at all. Yeah, give me this. It's going better. Okay, give me one of those. That's fine. That's my shield gun. Watch out, big AoE. Okay. I tried to get the old preemptive. Did I just heal up then? Or was it... I think it was just my max HP coming back. Whoa! Correct. Okay, do you know what? While I'm around the pillar, while I'm relatively safe, get me one of those. Get me my 0 runes. This might be it, peeps. Yeah. Sorry. Oh. No. Famous last words. Oh, famous last words coming right up. Nah, there we go. Oh, correct! I'm just get my pulley bow out here. Rank, don't do this!
Forgive me. Marika.
I'm sorry, my doggo friend. I'm just going to finish off my coffee while this cutscene plays. Enjoy. But this is the Rune of Death right here. There's a little skull face there in it. I've never seen that before. And it looks like the centipede a little bit too.
The Rune of Death is unbound. And the lands between are shrouded by death's dark fate. But the flames will also burn the impenetrable thorns.
Okay.
Farewell it is then.
Now that's a bonfire. Bonfire.
The Elden Lord yet.
Well and truly lit. So, for some reason, I'm not entirely sure why, but just the Giant's Flame on its own wasn't enough to get into the Erd Tree. We also had to obtain the Rune of Death. But also, you know, maybe we just needed the Rune of Death to challenge the gods in the first place. Even if we could gain access to the Erd Tree. Oh, here we are, people. Lanedale, Ashen Capital. So, yeah, we're in Lanedale. It's now become the Ashen Capital. You can no longer access the city as it was prior to this happening. You can still go underground though. Okay, in fact, we're going to pop down there briefly to get one of the final 2 talismans in the game that we need to get for ourselves. Okay. Do I need to heal up? Yeah, I do. I had 1 flask left. Honestly, what was that, my 3rd attempt? I'm quite shocked and dismayed. Again, and I've said this before, I think I'm perhaps a little bit too familiar with playing on New Game ++ 8, like 7, whatever. And so I'm used to Malakath killing me like 1 hit. Anyway. Ghosty. Hold! The Erd Tree yet stands. Tall and unwavering, mindless of the scorch of the flame of ruin. Then we are yet the Golden Ones. So obviously this guy seems to be in denial. You could assume maybe that this ghosty died when the city got covered in ash, maybe, and destroyed? Maybe. It's weird, though, because there was already some ash. Do you remember in the Lanedale capital, there was already some ash somewhere around the city? Almost like sandbanks. So, you know, what does that mean? Has the Erd Tree been burned before? I doubt it. But anyway. Maybe it's just remnants of the war with the dragons here. Okay, now at this stage of the game you can still get the... In fact, it's easier to you could say, to get the legendary dragon weapon, the Bolt of Gransax. So all you have to do is just run over there and climb that thingy, and you can get it now. So you shouldn't miss out on platinum trophies, I think. Yeah, I think so, yeah. But obviously, you know, you won't be able to get the Dung Eater's Seedbed Curse that was in the dome somewhere. Where is it? I'm sure you can still see like the dome with the cracked roof. We'll find it eventually. Anyway, before we do this, the final bit of the game, okay, there are a couple more things to do. First port of call is the round table hold. Okay, now you can imagine things are going to be even, you know, worse now. Things are even more bleak. And some of the saturation, some of the colour has even gone from the round table hold. And unfortunately, Enya is dead. Okay? So it seems as though her fate was tied to the round table hold here. Maybe she knew that she'd die if we burned the Erdtree, because she said, I'll be here for thousands of years waiting for the fingers to come back. But maybe she quietly knew that she'd be fucked, basically, if we did go ahead and burn the Erdtree. Also, yeah, we can buy Loretta's set. We can buy Malekith's set. So you can look like the big old mean doggo we just fought. What are those? Oh, Loretta's. Yeah. You can also buy one of the, one of the more popular sets. You can buy Melania's winged helm and armor set as well. Okay. So before you go into a New Game Plus, you might want to buy all this stuff first. Okay, so you've got it all. I won't, because it'll technically be a waste of. Do you know what? I will at least buy the demigod stuff. Hello, message appraisal. I wonder if that's my final message. Do you know what? At least give me the demigods equipment. Yeah? Veteran. Is that Nile? Yeah. Melania. Malekith. Did I get Melania's gauntlets? Yeah, I did. Greaves. Malekith. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck it. I've already spent most of my runes at this point. I might as well just get it all. For God's sake. There you go. You know me. Say one thing, do another. Just those Monty Bod things. There we go. We've got everything now, haven't we? Okay, you get Melania's sword and you get her flower rot spell. Malekith, you can get a sword, which I assume is quite good, actually, yeah. Strength, faith, and dex. No doubt it will apply the death thingy. You'd assume, maybe? Don't know. Oh wait, set 3 remnants of death and death, plunging the great sword into the ground to summon a myriad of blades. Okay. You get an incantation, I think that is. Yes, okay. Placidusax. You get a sword that the dragon wasn't actually using. Oh, so you do get a dragon breath from Placidusax. Power gleaned. Transforms caster into the Dragon Lord to spew golden breath from above. These are the dying wails of the Dragon Lord who once dwelled eternally beyond time. Anything about Malekith here? After a fragment of death was stolen on that fateful night, Malekith bound the blade within his own flesh, such that none might ever rob death again. So yeah, I was going to mention this. Malekith was Marika's brother. He was... when death was plucked from the Elden Ring, all that time again, at the beginning of the Golden Order, it was given to Malekith, but eventually it was stolen from Malekith by Rani, our mistress, and she used it to bring death back to the demigods and plunge the world and and godhood into chaos. So that was her doing. Melania's war prosthesis symbolized her victories. Some claim to have seen wings when the weapon was raised aloft, wings of fierce determination that have never known defeat. Each time the scarlet fire blooms, Melania's rot advances. It has bloomed twice already. Within the third bloom, she will become a true goddess. And that's indeed what happened. It says it's bloomed twice already. We knew that it bloomed once in Caelid. I wonder when the first time was. Interesting. Okay. So, oops. As we know, there are a couple NPCs that might be left here. Roderica's still there. Maybe we should go catch up with Gideon, huh? Gideon? Hello? Yeah, Gideon's moved on. Gideon's gone somewhere. So we'll have to try and catch up with him later. I have a few more bell bearings to give. Okay. So we can buy every type of smithing stone. Again, if before you go into New Game Plus, make sure that you've bought all the upgrade materials that you would like before continuing. In this game, you are not flung straight into a New Game Plus. You have the option to wait. Okay, so don't worry about that.
I see. You're here for some spirit tuning.
Nothing new from Roderica, but I'm sure Hugh might have some dialogue.
Who are you? Oh. I must be a blacksmith. Now, let's get smithing.
About yourself.
Could you tell me what happened? Why is the round table burning? In ruins. Why does that girl weep for me? Oh. Have I forgotten something of dire importance?
Oh, Hugh is a little worse for wear. He's not dead, but it seems as though his memories have gone.
I see. You're here.
What's happened to Hugh?
Oh, so it wasn't just me this happened to. To think he'd forget who you were as well. I knew he'd burn himself out. Old Hugh. I think we could talk him into leaving the round table hold now. But maybe it's better that we don't. It's only proper that we respect his choice to stay.
There we go. So because before he lost his memories, Hugh told us in no uncertain terms that he wanted to stay here at the Round Table Hold. So even though we could tell him to go away because he's lost his memories, that wouldn't be the proper thing to do, would it, Roderica?
I'll remain with Hugh. He made me who I am today. I'd like to return the kindness in whatever small way I can.
Well, it wasn't just Hugh that made you who you are today, Roderica.
Please, become Elden Lord. Hugh was always saying that you were a lord to him. So slay her with the weapons he smithed. Slay the god Marika, who cursed us all.
Can do. So another little bit of interesting dialogue. Hugh was always saying behind our backs that we were in fact a lord to him, but he only said it once to our face, which was right at the very end. So makes you even more sad, doesn't it?
Now.
That's it, people. That's the end of Hugh's and Roderica's quests. Okay. That's it.
I see. You're here for some spirit tuning.
That's it. Next, we're not going to go into the Lanedale capital just yet. There is a little bit more to explore outside of the capital, okay? So, for those of you who may be astute, and even if you're not, it's fine, you may be forgiven. You may remember the door here leading to the mountaintops of giants, okay? Some of you may be thinking, wait, what if we approach the capital from this direction here? What would happen? Well, we're just going to go find that out right now. So there is a little bit to explore here, and it's going to give us one of the best talismans in the game. Okay, so I think this is probably the quickest way. I did not need to go on torrent. Oh well. Excuse me. So we'll just go up from the this lift here. This isn't the ground lift, is it? No, the ground lift's up there. Right. Yeah, so we'll need to go up here, cross this bridge, and then see what awaits us on this side of the capital here. And then I also might just pop, because we left off Bok, didn't we? Where was Bok? In this one, I think. No. Was it this one? No. I think you can still get to where Bok was. Maybe the grace site is inactive, so I might just go there as well and see if our hubby is still about. I doubt it. Either way, hopefully he got out safely. So that knight is still down there. God, can you imagine the smell? Burning wood throughout the entire world. Bad enough whenever I... my family is quite fond of having a bonfire, actually, in the back garden at my mum's house. She has a fire pit, and she likes to light it every now and then. We all sit outside and around the fire, which is cool and all, but you come away from it reeking of smoke, which is the one bit I hate about it. Unfortunately, I don't remember you. I don't know what you're fighting for. You know, it's quite clear that it's all over, guys. Okay, so yeah, we're on the other side of the city here. Let's go see what we can find down here. We're gonna have to call the lift back up. It's always raining here. I do wonder. I guess it kind of makes sense if it's a warmer biome leading to a colder biome before the rain starts to turn into snow. Okay. Here we go. So this is where all the misbegotten guys were. Oh, we can already hear something going on. Are there actually any misbegottens left? I'd be surprised. It doesn't look like it. Nope. So you'll hear some here's some disturbance off to my left, and indeed, yes, we have one of you to fight. Now, I would not go rushing in, because I believe there are 3 of these tree spirits here now. Beneath, well, there's one here, but I think there's 2 more beneath the ash. So, try to kite one of them. Try to kite one at a time if you can. I'm not sure if you can summon your spirit ash either, so we've just got to take it a little bit carefully. Gotcha. Nice. That's what I was looking for. Bring it on. Shit. They brought it on. I rolled straight into their mouth. Oopsie, I should be okay. Alright, heal me up. That's fine. Almost. Got it. Okay, that's one. I'm not sure if they respawn or not. Probably not, but they don't drop any, oops, here we go. They don't drop any golden seeds either. No, the prize that we're after is that glisteny over there that they're guarding. Dagger? Really? Quick! Ah! Yeah, I got it. Honestly, I accept. Give me one of those. Might as well. Right, we'll try and finish off with the twin blade. Nice. Finish me. Shit. There we go. Right. Should be one more, I think. 18k souls per kill is nice, though. Which reminds me, I wouldn't mind... how many more levels? I only need 2 more levels to get strength up to max. It's almost tempting to farm for the runes, but honestly, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we get on. Oops. No, that's wrong. Every time. How many times have I done that in this playthrough, people? Trying to use my Hoarfrost, but I go for that one instead. Shit. Okay, phase 2's coming up, so I need to heal. Oh, delayed. The old delayed swing there. Right. This is going to be phase 2. Should be anyway. Yeah. Damn it. Oops. That's fine. Nice headshot though. Oh, whoa. Nope. Oh, bad roll, but I think the terrain saved me a little bit there. This one's been a little more tricky, I feel. Testing me. You're not going to give up that talisman so easily, are you? There we go. There we go. Okay. The irony is, if I hadn't spent all those souls on buying equipment, then I'd have, you know, I'd probably be 1 level off. What's it called? Level 99 strength. Anyway, there it is. Finally, the Erdtree's Favor +2. Took long enough. When the Age of the Erdtree began, such blessings were personally bestowed upon their recipients by Queen Marika herself. Hence, there is an effigy of Queen Marika there. So, let's see what this does for us. So, we're going to get an extra 20... One sec, I'm bad at maths, people, I apologise. What is that? 12 HP? Is that 12 HP? I think so. So that's not very good. An extra 2 stamina, if that means anything. But mainly it's the equip load that I'm kind of more interested in. So I wonder now if I can finally equip everything. I can indeed. There we go. We can now equip everything, our torch and our bow at the same time. Not that it's going to be, you know, to make too much of a difference at this stage of the game, but oh well. I'll keep this on for now, I think. Yeah, I'll keep that on. Just try and soak up some of the damage that we're going to be coming across shortly. Although, actually... No, I'll keep on for now. But one of the bosses we're going to be facing soon is going to be very magic orientated, so I might change it for that. So speaking of, now we can go to, oh no, Bok, that was it. See if Bok's still there. I doubt it, but it's worth checking. The lift is here. I was going to say all the lifts I'm having to call back. I wonder why that one's down. It's interesting. But we can get into the city this way, it would seem. See if anything's different here. Okay, so the grey site is there, but it's not active. And Bok's still there. My darling, you survived. So I think if we hadn't have completed Bok's quest properly, he definitely would not be here anymore.
Bok the seamster, at your service, my lord. Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
I mean, it's cool that you're alive and stuff, Bok, but have you got nothing to say about the turn of events here? Well.
Going already, my lord. Please do be safe on your journeys.
At least he's alive, hey? Now, so yeah, it's worth coming back just to activate that grace site. Excuse me. Well, that's closed. So yeah, this is where we first came in. All the mozzarella balls were here. Might as well take the path just to... oh, there's that broken dome roof thingy. Yeah, so you would not be able to get the seedbed curse at this stage. Looks like the door's blocked over there. We can still get down here. Is that page still in here? It would appear not. Okay, right, so there are a couple more things to do here, people. Let me just... Yeah, you can't use torrent, unfortunately. So, there is actually an NPC quest to finish. Okay, there's an enemy to fight. And there are a couple things strewn about. I want to say this is a rune arc. Yep. So we've still got 37, which is plenty. We'll deal with the NPC last, I think. Now, there might be... Is there an item in here, actually? Yeah. Oh, great. I got a sunflower, just what I wanted. So, people, you may remember there was an item on a beam in the sewers that we couldn't get to originally. There it is, right there. So this is going to be the final talisman that we get in the game here, and it is the Crimson Amber Medallion +2. So this is the best version, and it will increase your HP by a hefty amount, actually. Almost 200 points of HP. There you are. Now, I'm already at the HP soft cap and stuff, so I'm quite happy with where my health bar is at the moment, to be honest with you, if you look at it. Well, I am curious, you know, how much would that actually go up by? So there you go. Not massive, but it might, you know, you might survive an extra hit if you're wearing that one. Okay, beam me up. Then we'll go fight the enemy. It's not, well, it's technically not a mini-boss. But it's a tougher enemy. We'll take them out. Let me just, do you know what, while I'm here, I did do this in between episodes actually. I sorted out all my storage and stuff in readiness, but obviously I've just bought a load of crap now, so let me get rid of all that. Just so we're fully up to speed. Remember, I got some Lanedale Nightgreaves. I think they were new. I'll just double check. Godric Nightgreaves, yep. And the rest should be all be unique. And then any more talismans that need taking away? Or are we all good? I think we're all good there. Ugh. Sorry, Millicent. Okay. Right, the enemy that's at the back over here. Let's go deal with those. I don't think there's many more items around here. But there could be one at the back. Let's go have a look. If I can remember how to actually get there. As I approach. Oh, you might have to actually... Do you have to climb the wing again? Possibly. Let's try and do that. I can hear them. I can hear them clomping about behind this wall. So originally this is where you climb the wing to get into this bit, the rampart. Yeah, I can hear them stomping down to my right. There used to be a grey site up here, didn't there? Maybe we can reactivate that. There you are. So... it's a twin blade gargoyle that we need to take out. I'm not actually sure if... I think they're guarding something. Do you know what? Is that a talisman down there? Have I been telling fibs? Is that another talisman down there, people? Do you know what? It actually might be, you know. Yeah, there's no more grey site. I'm sure it used to be... Did it used to be in here, maybe? Or down there? Very strange. We still have access to the golden sapling. We'll also be going over there where the Colosseum is. If it is a talisman, I'm trying to think which one. I'm racking my brains, but nothing is happening. So, oh, they've seen me. Are we doing this? Come on then. Come on then, I've killed my fair share of you. That was meant to be a jump attack though. So... this guy... I want to say they're weirdly difficult compared to the other gargoyles. Like, I think at this stage, they've had enough of your shit. And they're just like, they're gonna go all out to try and kill you. Honestly, your mini axe was doing fucking me up quite good there, buddy. I'd rather use your twin blade. So very hardy. Oops. I can't hit your skinny legs. Look who skipped leg day, huh? Come back. There we go. Let me chop up those skinny legs for you. So they don't drop anything, but what were they guarding? Let's have a look. Okay, good. It wasn't the talisman. It was the final somber ancient dragon smithing stone for us there. Okay. Can you actually get in the round table hold? Excuse me. No, you cannot. Is the door still open? No, it's closed. Okay. So there are a couple things left to do. First of all, we're going to look in here. I don't think there's going to be anything. Nope. First of all, we're going to go to the cliff over here where the Colosseum is. Okay. And this will conclude an NPC's quest. Now there are two NPCs here, okay, that we need to speak to. Well, to find, should I say. So, if you may remember, at some point, Goldmask and Corrin... Oh, actually, no, I do want to go to the top. I think there's some enemies that managed to escape the apocalypse. And I need to go finish the job for them, I'm afraid. Oh, that reminds me. Ah, fuck. No one liked my bloody message. Oh, well. Do you know what? 9 out of 10. I accept. I accept. I see. Yes, I see them. So these guys managed to climb up and escape. We kind of saw them in the cutscene. I'm here to ruin their determination. Maybe I can put a final message here. Is there actually can you actually use the word determination? I wonder. Bravery, regret. Sacrifice. You know, I'm still gonna try and get one more message to have appraisals on it. Let's have didn't expect. Didn't expect life. We'll just do that one. We'll see. Maybe somebody's at this stage in the game and they'll see our message. It's my last attempt. Okay. So, the real reason we're coming here is to go to the bottom where those flowers were. Okay. And this is going to conclude one of the NPC's an NPC's quest, but also, for anyone that doesn't know, it's going to enable one of the endings, or unlock one of the endings for us. Okay. Now, if I can actually get down there from here. Give me a second. Which way do we go? Oh, do you have to cross that bridge? Yeah, that's definitely too high. I wonder, you can probably cross that bridge that was broken before. There's probably ash that lets you cross it. Oh, there's a tree trunk. Okay. Right, sorry people, that's how you get down there. At least we saw those guys at the top that survived until I came along. Still too high. Sorry, I feel like I'm dragging this out a little bit because... Oh, hello. You guys survived. I mean, obviously, you know, I want to get all the bits, but also it kind of feels a bit like I can't let go. I just can't let go of the series, but it's tough tits, I'm afraid. Okay. So up there is the way to the final area, or the final encounter of the game. But first of all, if you've been following Corin's and Goldmask's quests properly. Oh, the flowers are still here. Well, well, well. The stragglers. Some stragglers. Do you know what? Give me my plus 25 bow. Torch, rather. Why the devil not? Burn, baby. Like the Erd tree. There we go. Very poetic. Now, if we make our way over here, we will find, surprise, surprise, Goldmask. So, he managed to have his sort of epiphany, and has created this gold rune for us, this mending rune. But unfortunately, in the process of the Erd tree burning and the capital being destroyed, it looks as though he died, which is unfortunate. But we get the mending rune of perfect order. So this, again, leads to one of the endings of the game. And it should be the final mending rune. Okay. So, we have the mending rune of the perfect order, the Death Prince, and the Dung Eater. Rune discovered by the noble Goldmask, used to restore the fractured Elden Ring when brandished by the Elden Lord. A rune of transcendental ideology which will attempt to perfect the Golden Order. The current imperfection of the Golden Order, or instability of ideology, can be blamed upon the fickleness of the gods no better than men. That is the fly in the ointment. So that was Goldmask's great realization that the gods were imperfect, and he had the solution all along. There you go. Now we'll discuss the endings a little bit. Well, not so much discuss them, but well, I guess I can say there are, I want to say 6 potential endings. So you have those 3. You have the normal ending, just become Elden Lord, and all you need for that is 2 great runes. You have the Lord of Chaos ending, okay, where you accept the Frenzied Flame. And then you have the final one, which is Rani's ending. Okay. Now, remember I mentioned Corin in addition to Goldmask. Well, you may remember in one of the episodes I mentioned when we were up in the mountaintops of giants, if you were to offer the tonic of forgetfulness to Corin at this stage, he would still be on this bridge here, okay, and that would be his final point in the game. You talk to him once more and then he'd disappear, okay, after burning the Erd tree, and he'd just be like, Goldmask, where have you gone? You've abandoned me, please come back, blah 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 blah. But if you don't offer the tonic of forgetfulness and you complete Goldmask's quest properly, this will be his final point, and this is a lot more interesting, I find.
Oh, it's you. I finally come to understand. The Master was nothing more than a madman. Enchanted by a vain and ruinous delusion, he rejected the perfection of the Golden Order, seeking to supplant our glorious faith with his own. Could there be a more pitiable comedy? Look at it. The culmination of perfection. Burning before our very eyes.
Well, looks like we put put a smile on somebody's face. And do you know what I was just thinking then? Gold Mask wasn't killed by the Earth Tree burning. You killed him, didn't you, Corrin? I've just realised that. So we can assume Corrin was so dismayed and disgusted by Gold Mask's revelation about how the Golden Order was imperfect that Corrin probably lost it and killed him. But he was still, Gold Mask was still in his what's it called actually? Sorry, it's there. Golden Order totality pose. So he died unwavering, with his fortitude intact.
Oh, it's you. I finally come to understand. The Master was nothing more than a man enchanted by a vain and ruinous delusion. He rejects seeking to supply. Look at it. The culmination of perfection. Burning before our very eyes.
Well, at least you see the funny side of it. At first I thought my life was a tragedy, but then I realized, Corrin, it's a comedy. So, oh, hello. I almost missed you. Oh, great, thank you. Maybe that's symbolism, actually, because you had a tarnished sunflower and then a golden sunflower. So maybe that represents Corrin and Gold Mask. Who knows? Anyway, if you leave the area and come back, I'll do this. This will complete Corrin's quest. This should work at least. Yep. So we get Corrin's bell bearing and robe and flail. So what we can assume from this is Corrin died, because you only get bell bearings from NPCs, when they die. That would be my assumption here, okay? So yes, indeed, Corrin dies. Now you can see one of the reasons why I did not give prayer books to Corrin throughout the game. Okay? I mean, ultimately it doesn't matter because you still have his bell bearing, but I like to, I like to buy my spells and stuff from people who are still alive, so that's why I gave them to good old Miriel up in the Church of Vows, who's got all the incantations and spells that we found throughout the game. Okay? I guess technically Selen's still alive, but she's just a cluster of heads, so sucks to be her. So let's go give the final bell bearing to the Twin Husks. Actually, what does it say about Corrin? It's at the bottom. Brother Corrin's bell bearing found upon his perished flesh. There you go, so he is definitely dead. Offer to the Twin Maiden Husks at the Round Table Hall to gain access to new items. And God, there are more maps than I remember. And his cloak, please. So I believe you still get this stuff even if you leave him up in the mountaintops of giants. But then he doesn't come to that interesting realization there if you don't send him to the burnt capital. Robe of Corrin the Cleric. Even after exile, Corrin refused to recant his prophecies, and for this he was blessed with the guidance of grace. So even after exile, Corrin refused to recant his prophecies. Okay. Since then, the cart wheel draped on his neck served as a reminder that true guidance awaits those with iron wills, those with unwavering faith. There you go. But it was all for naught. I did warn you, Corrin, did I not? I did warn you to, That's interesting. I did say to you You know, don't go off with some random Tarnished. There's only one Tarnished who is capable of being the Lord in this place, and that's me. But you still went off with the sunflower head guy. Got your comeuppance, didn't you, buddy? Anyway. Capital Bash, yep, right. That's it. That's all the optional bits. That's every side quest in the game completed. Every item collected that we can collect. But having said that, there will be some stuff that that technically unlocks after we defeat the final bosses of the game. But up until this point, that's everything in the game completed. So, without further delay, let's get to it. Okay. So there's one more NPC that we need to deal with here, people, if I go the right way. I always get lost here. It's back here, I think. There's one more NPC we have to deal with. Missing in action. I think down there was where the statue of Radagon/Marika was, down there. Okay, right. When we go into here, people, be ready. Should have known. Do you know what? Give me some magic resist.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne. Queen Marika has high hopes for us, that we continue to struggle unto eternity.
Somebody's changed their tune here. Gideon is a very capable mage. You really do have to be careful. He can melt you, and he's got a few tricks up his sleeve, as you can see. Looks like he's been collecting some golden seeds too. Maybe you weren't entirely useless, Gideon. Oh, Melania did it better. Melania. Ah, haha. You needed a few more golden seeds, it would seem, my fine fellow. I've been waiting a long time for this, my little green friend. You rely on your weapons too much, Gideon. Try letting go.
In my bones, a Tarnished cannot become a lord. Not even you. A
Man cannot kill
a
God. There we go, people. So we get a good few runes from Gideon. So there we go, there we go. Oh, I am rotted. I need to watch out for that one. although his rot is not very powerful. So, level 98, so another 3, you see? You're still getting 3 attack power even at this stage. Gideon. What the hell happened with Gideon? So first of all, let's comment on the fact that Gideon was using spells that were only that should have only been known to well, only we encountered those spells previously from Melania with her Scarlet Rot Blossom. So this tells us that as we've been progressing through the game and taking out the optional demigods, Gideon was also acquiring that knowledge for himself, and he was able to demonstrate in this battle his knowledge of those sorceries or incantations. So, for example, if we had not taken out Melania at this stage of the game, Gideon would not have had access to that Blossom spell. Now, he's also capable of using Moog, the Lord of blood attacks too. But he seemed to be favouring Melania's there. So it seems as though good old Gideon was, paying attention to the information that we were giving to him, and he was able to access the hidden knowledge based upon our own progress throughout the game, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. Now, why was Gideon trying to kill us or stop us? What happened? We know that Gideon wanted to also be Elden Lord, but we also kind of know that Gideon's not really a liar. He's not one to... Is my message still here? Gideon's not really a liar. I don't think he's lied to us once in the entire game. And he's been truthful about, how he feels about his foster daughter and... Sorry, I thought my message might still be here. He didn't exactly hide the fact that he assaulted that village to try and get the secret medallion. He's not shied away from the fact that he's been trying to... he's said explicitly that he wants to be Elden Lord too. And, only one person can be Elden Lord. But during that fight, he wasn't saying, I want to be Elden Lord, I'm going to stop you. He was saying that he had sort of received some sort of epiphany or knowledge from Marika, and she had I don't know, somehow imparted knowledge onto him. Yeah, there's not really too much that I can say about that, to be honest with you. It's kind of one of those weird points in the game. But anyway, let's get straight into the next boss arena here. Okay, so this is the third to last boss of Elden Ring through this gate here. Okay, it's they are difficult. Okay, they have 2 phases. I would say the second phase is a lot more difficult. There's a bit of a spike in difficulty, but we'll see what we can do and see, in fact, who is behind the door here.
It's been a long while, Morgoth. Long Long and hard didst thou fight, tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured the Elden Ring resteth close at hand. Alas, I am returned. To be granted audience once more. Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
Yes, indeed. Look who's back. Back again. Right, Godfrey. So we fought his kind of apparition earlier in the game. In fact, where we fought Gideon earlier. So now it's the real deal. Complete with his faithful companion Sorosh, the lion. Okay. Oh. So this guy hits quite hard. I did forget to change this, which is a little bit silly. I will try and get some frost going too. If you just want to stand in the frost, Godfrey, I'm completely fine with that. There's some devastating attacks here, as you can see. Ow, my lord! My first Elden Lord! That damage still gets me every time. Okay. Shit. I think I swung again by accident. Oops, that was close. Give me one of those. Okay. Try and time your dodges slash jumps, because you do have to jump over some of his earthquake attacks. Ah, shit. Honestly, I don't think I would have avoided damage from that either way. Try and heal me. That's fine. Oh, closing the gap. I need to try and find a healing window here, otherwise I'm done. Dunzo. Ooh. No, 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 no!
'Twas nobly
Tarnished warrior. So yeah. Godfrey, first Elden Lord, is back. So all of this time he was not dead. He was the first Tarnished and the first Elden Lord, but he was banished from the lands between to a place called the Badlands. Oh, you can summon here. Oh God, I didn't even know this. Ah, so maybe you can only summon Nefeli here if you complete her quest up until this point. It's very poetic. It's very significant, though, that you can summon Nefeli of all people here, and we'll maybe touch on that shortly after the battle with Godfrey. Now, I want to say he tries to rush you at the start. No, maybe not. But he usually does like this big. He throws his axe at you, does a big old jump. Yeah, like this. So you do have to watch that one. Okay. Let's try this again. Hey, old boy. The last Tarnished versus the first Tarnished. First Dragonborn versus the last Dragonborn. Wait, whoa. No. Shit. I accept. Ah, it's always the follow-up attacks that I forget about. Wow, that hurt. Damn the earthquakes, man. Woo, his combos keep going. I'm going to try and save my physic flask for phase 2. Honestly. That, the foot stomp he does is very reminiscent of the, Crucible Knights. So I wonder, well, not that one, but the one he was doing earlier. I think the Crucible Knights were in service to Godfrey, so it would make sense. Nice. Phase 2. Look away if you like cats.
That will be all. Thou didst me good service, Sirosh.
Sweet betrayal. I've never betrayed anyone in this game. Also, get ready for my second...
I've given thee courtesy enough.
No, third favourite theme in the game. After the Godskin Apostles.
Now I fight as Horalu. Warrior!
Bring it on, bad boy. Ba-ba. Ba-ba. Whoa, no. Right, now I'm gonna try and get this. I'm gonna get flung in the air. My bubble will protect me. Ba-ba. So, you might think he's not got much HP, but do not be fooled. He is far more dangerous than he was a few moments ago. My back. It's those delayed attacks too that always get me. So lots of grabby attacks. Now here's the big one. Jump. Drop kick. Aye, that's a roar. Don't roar at me, Roaraloo. No! How dare you? Praying mantis. This is gonna hurt. Heal me. Hit. Oh, that delay. Naughty boy. Shit. Alright, this is bad. Too soon. Honestly, I'd rather not roll into that attack because I'll take more counter-attack damage. This is fine. This is all completely fine. So he's not really giving us much opportunity to move about, but...
Tarnished.
There we go. Sorry, excuse me. Brave Tarnished Warrior. So that was enough runes for us there. I equipped the golden rune just to make... Sorry, golden scarab to make sure that we had enough runes to get to level 99 strength just before the final boss of the game. Or final bosses, should I say. So, give me a second here. Final level. So we're getting 2 more points into strength. Or attack power, should I say, with our sword. Yep. There we go. So our final attack power stat for our greatsword will be 917, and we're at level 180. There we are, people. We made it. How poetic that we made it. Oh, they died. That we made it to the final level just before the final boss of the game. So, remembrance. Remembrance of the warrior Hora Lu, hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used blah blah blah. When Godfrey, first Elden Lord, was robbed of his grace, becoming tarnished, he took with him his kinfolk and left the lands between. After the long march of the tarnished came to an end, Godfrey... I'm all over the place. Let's start this one again. After the long march of the tarnished came to an end, Godfrey divested himself of kingship, becoming a simple warrior once more. There we go. So, that was the case here. He renounced his lordship, and he became a simple warrior. So he had to call upon his primal strength and rage to challenge us there at the end, to try and beat us at becoming Elden Lord, because he wanted to obviously become Elden Lord again. However, in order to do that, he had to kill his faithful pet there, Sarosh, who suppress his true rage, his like I say, his primal urges as a warrior. So poor old Kitty got fucked up a little bit there at the end. Got its neck broken and all sorts, and then he used its blood to smear all over his body as war paint, which was quite interesting. But I love the theme there. It's a very like basic theme. Like the most of it is just like but there's something visceral about it, and it kind of, I don't know, it gets the blood pumping, and it sort of describes the situation very well, that he's digressed into this raw warrior sort of state there. But anyway, that's Godfrey down. Now we have the final boss. So you notice I didn't summon for that fight my Mimic Tier, Joker 2. However, for this final bosses, I will be summoning my Mimic Tier, okay? I'm going to be summoning my Mimic Tier. Now, the reason for this is you have to fight 2 bosses in a row. Okay? The first boss is tricky. In fact, they're both tricky. But I would say the first boss is trickier. But what I don't want to happen is that I run out of flasks before I even get to the second boss, because you don't have a chance to get your flasks back and stuff. So at this stage, we kind of, and it's it makes sense. We're trying now to become Elden Lord and defeat the power within the Erd Tree. Okay, we're challenging the Golden Order. We need everything at our disposal to achieve that goal. Okay, so whilst it would be nice to, perhaps try and do this without my Mimic Tier, on this occasion, I actually reject. I want to do it with my Mimic Tier. I prefer to do it with my Mimic Tier. Okay? I want to, they're going to bring everything they've got to the fight. I'm going to bring everything I've got to this fight. Okay? Yeah, that's why we explored this world thoroughly. We got our Mimic Tier up to max level. We've got all the best equipment in the game. We just reached level 180. We are at our strongest, and now it's time to show these sons of bitches what we can do. So you'll notice here I've put the Halig Drake Talisman +2 on, okay? This is because this boss will be relying heavily, almost exclusively, on dealing holy damage, okay? Both of them. Both of them use holy damage. There is some physical damage intermingled, but it's predominantly holy damage, which kind of makes sense because it's a Golden Order that we're going to be fighting against now, okay? So I'm going to be wearing this to try and soften some of the blows and to give us, you know, some longevity for the fight. So, get ready, people. Get ready. Now, this is one of the most epic moments in gaming history, in Soulsborne, in this game, and it's also going to be my favourite theme tune of the game, my favourite score, and it'll be familiar to a lot of you. After the cutscene, of course, and we're through the impenetrable thorns. And there, people, is Queen Marika. Radagon. I should have known. Do you know what, while I'm here, get me this music up a little bit. There we go. I'd rather take some damage and get the music higher. I'm going to get my Mimic in when I get the chance. Yeah, that should be fine. Of course. Right, Mimic's in. Let's heal up. I'm going to get some frost, and let's see what we can do. So, for an endgame boss in an RPG... Ooh, they are surprisingly challenging. Okay. Usually it's just the optional / secret bosses who are dangerous, and then you get to the end of the game and you're all over leveled and stuff, and it's a bit of a cakewalk. But on this occasion, no, this guy is a threat, so do be careful. There we go, phase 2. Oops. Oh! Remember that cross-hatching that we saw on the floor is Radagon's... the symbol of Radagon's rune. So I'm chugging through my flasks here, which isn't great, but they are frosted. Alright, this is the biggie. Try and get behind them on this one. Joker 2's going to have to absorb this one for us, I'm afraid. But honestly... we're doing some sexy damage, and there we go. It's Radagon. And you can see the Elden Ring there in his breast. well, well, well. The Golden Order showing us its true face. Or the Greater Will, should I say. It's a sea cucumber. Who would have known? And also Radagon has turned into a sword. As you do. So I'm going to be relying here on my twin blade. I'm not sure if you can frost the Elden Beast, so I'm not going to try and waste time finding out. I'm just going to go straight for the kill. Okay, watch out for the big sword swipies. Right. That could be a spell. Yeah. Okay, they went for Joker too. No, and me. So you got to watch out for lots of those spells kind of pinging from all directions. Is this the... this might be the big old ring attack. Yeah. Can I see the ring above me? No. Oh, it's there. I was trying to look in the reflection. That's okay. So this boss likes to move about a lot. And that can kind of be the problem, trying to close the gap on them. Okay, get ready to run again. There you go. Now this is again part of the reason I've got holy damage resistance. But I think we're going to be just fine here, people. What are you doing? Ah, okay. I want to say, is this called Elden Stars, or say it's called something like Elden Stars, and it's quite annoying. It persists for a while. It's going to do a lot of... Okay, there we go. Honestly, I'd just run away from that one until you're free of it. Summoning galaxies, as you do. But the Halig Drake talisman is really doing some work for us here. I'm not sure if you can stagger the Elden Beasts. That's some good damage though. Hugh, this one's for you. You wanted to slay a god. Oh shit. We're okay, we're okay. Honestly, they keep targeting Joker 2, which I'm quite okay. I'm quite okay with. Joker 2's hanging in there though, making use of his meatballs. AoE, yeah, that's fine. Right, I'm sorry. We just completed our walkthrough. Joker 2 was on Elden Remembrance. Okay. So you don't specifically get a remembrance for fighting Radagon. This is it, people. Okay. Let's get our final grace site here. So, at this stage, you can teleport away. Okay? Fractured America. You can teleport away from the Earth Tree here. And I'm going to do that very quickly, just to grab any final equipment that that is available for purchase here. Now that I've opened that can of worms, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm committed to buying all the demigod stuff. And also we have the final remembrance here. So what can we get? We can get Marika's hammer. Stone hammer made in the hands of the Newman, outside the lands between, the tool with which Queen Marika shattered the Elden Ring, and Radagon attempted to repair it. The hammer partially broken upon shattering the ring, becoming splintered with rune fragments. There you go. Sword wrought from the remains of a god who should have lived a life eternal. Okay, so the remains of Radagon. Thoughts on what the weapon portends are many and varied. Some consider it the mark of a great sin or a sign of great devastation. Some think it is the end of an age, while others the beginning. So very, 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 very foreboding there. Now we've got 660k runes. I'm not going to get any of this stuff, but I am going to buy Godfrey's set. Crown of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. The Age of the Erdtree began amongst conflict when Godfrey was Lord of the battlefield. He led the war against the giants, faced the Stormlord alone, and then there came a moment. The Stormlord, I wonder if that was Gransax. And then there came a moment when his last worthy enemy fell, and it was then, as the story is told, that the hue of Lord Godfrey's eyes faded. So he lived for war and for battle, and when he felled his final foe, he lost his will. There we are. Any more golden runes? No? All good. So, people, sorry to take you away from the majesty of the battlefield there, but I just wanted to get those last bits before we come here to our final section. Okay. I was thinking, do I do my final discussion here, or do I do it during the credits? I think it's better to do it during the credits, you know. So let me put the volume back down for the music, just in case it gets a little bit loud for the credits. So here's Marika. What's left of her. So at this stage of the game, people... Oh, there's a head, sorry, down there. At this stage of the game, this is where you make your choice, okay? Now, if we had the Frenzied Flame, I believe we would only have one option. I'm not sure if... This is Rani's summoning sign here. I'm not sure if you'd be able to still do Rani's outcome here if you had the Frenzied Flame. Okay. Now, if I touch Marika here, please don't end the game. Okay, good. So I'm going to be very careful with my controller. So, we have Rani's ending, the Lord of Chaos ending, or you have these four. You can mend the Elden Ring and just become the Elden Lord, like I said. You just need 2 great runes to do that in the game. We could use the Many Rune of the Perfect Order. We got this from Gold Mask and Corrin's Quest. Okay? This will seek to perfect the shortcomings of the Order and restore, you know, one would assume, restore the Golden Order. Use a Many Rune of the Death Prince. So this is what Fia wanted us to do. She wanted us to save those who live in death and to undo the curse of undeath that the Knight of the Black Knives unleashed upon the world. Or we can use a Many Rune of the Velcurse and turn the world into poo-poo, which is what the Dung Eater would want us to do. So to curse their children and their children's children for all eternity. But we're not going to do any of those. We're going to do, like I've said, what I believe to be the best / goodest / most secret ending. So you can only do this if you completed Rani's questline. So instead of mending the Elden Ring, we're going to see what Rani wants to do. Taking off my helmet. Oh well. We can just store the Elden Ring in my bonsai tree.
The battle is over, I see.
Excuse me.
I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars. 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Let us go together. My dear consort eternal.
And they all lived happily ever after. Well created by Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin. Thank you to both of you for creating this wonderful experience for us to enjoy, and for me to be able to upload my first ever series on YouTube as well. But aside from all that soppy stuff, let's just talk about this. So obviously, you know, it's a fantastic game. It's one of my favourite games of all time. I've played it too many times. But let's just discuss the ending here and what I think it means. So I've watched lore videos, but during this playthrough I've paid more attention to the story and the lore that I have on any other playthrough, I feel. I've picked up things that I wouldn't necessarily have picked up if I was playing on my own. But because I've been giving, you know, more consideration, I've been reading more item descriptions, I've been paying more attention to the characters and the NPCs and the story and how they all intertwine, I've kind of come to a couple more conclusions about how I think, you know, why I think the game is the way it is, and why the story is the way that it is, and why things happen in this way. So, as we know, Marika and Radagon were two separate beings. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Were the same being. They were the same entity, the same god, okay? Marika was Radagon, Radagon was Marika. However, I don't believe that it was always this way. Okay? I believe that initially there was Marika. Okay? She was the goddess. She was chosen as the harbinger of the Elden Ring by the Greater Will. Okay? And she was she elevated to godhood. However, I think that something happened along the way. Something to Marika or within Marika. There was some conflict internally within her. One that was loyal to the Golden Order and the Greater Will, and a side of her that was not. And so somewhere along the way, there was this like I say, this dichotomy, this internal conflict within her, and eventually that manifested itself as Radagon. Okay, so you had Marika, who was ultimately opposed in the end to the Golden Order, and then you had Radagon, who was the side of Marika who was loyal to it and who wanted to enforce it and continue the Golden Order under any circumstances. Now, when this happened, I believe that this led to Marika wanting to try and destroy the Golden Order. Effectively, she obviously decided that either the Golden Order was not a force for good, or that she just didn't want to be a puppet anymore of the greater will. You know, maybe it was similar to Rani in the sense that they were trying to use her against her own will, just to further their own, further desire for power and control over the world. And Marika ultimately, in the end, did not want anything to do with it. And so for that reason, I believe she shattered the Elden Ring. She shattered it to try and destroy the Golden Order. Now, I'm jumping ahead a little bit here. I believe that before Marika and Radagon split, okay, before there was this personality split, if you will, I believe that possibly the thing that probably irked Marika the most was this decision by the Greater Will to remove death from the world, or to at least for the demigods, okay, to sort of disturb the natural order of things, to remove death from life. And so to that end, I think before Marika and Radagon split, I think they made Marika take out the Rune of Death from the Elden Ring and give it to her brother, which was Malekith. The Black Blade. Is he called the Black Blade? I think so. So Malekith took the Rune of Death to be its protector and its guardian, but in doing so, it was removed from the Golden Order. So it changed the world, and demigods could not die. And for whatever reason, this changed things, I think, and it sort of acted more of as like a catalyst to Marika's defiance of the Golden Order. Okay, so ultimately, I think Marika wanted to destroy the Golden Order. Once she had split, once she had ridden herself of the part of her that was loyal to the Golden Order, subservient, which was Radagon, she then decided that she wanted to destroy the Golden Order. She no longer wanted to be a puppet. She wanted death to be a part of the world again. She did not want to be controlled. So she destroyed the Elden Ring, and that led to ultimately the war, the shattering. But aside from all of that we've kind of spoken about throughout the game, the Knight of the Black Knives. Now, this is a bit more of a conundrum, I feel. I wonder if Marika was ultimately responsible for the Knight of the Black Knives. Now, I know Rani orchestrated it, okay, and she did it, but I wonder if it was sort of a coordination between Marika, or a scheme of Marika's and Rani's to bring death back to the world, in order to basically fuck up the Golden Order, because ultimately it did lead to the death of Godwyn, who was Marika's own son with Godfrey. So I think Marika, I think that was her design to help Rani to destroy the world, basically, or to at least destroy the Golden Order as they knew it. Now, why? I'll just leave this on the screen. Why would Rani help Marika? Was she not the daughter of Radagon and Renala, or at least, like I've discussed, because she's an Empyrean, she can only be born of one god, of one entity, at least of this golden egg? Or maybe was she indeed still Marika's and Radagon's offspring? Because, you know, if Radagon was Marika, there's nothing to stop them from, you know, still doing things behind Renala's back. But I was also thinking, was Rani simply pissed off at the fact that Radagon left her mother, as she knew her, Renala, Queen of the Moon, to go and fuck off with Marika? Which we can only assume was at the behest of the greater will. They were like, right, you've done what you needed to do. You avoided a war with the Carians and the sorcerers of Liurnia, and so now you come back to be with Marika and to try and restore the Elden Ring. What if this pissed Rani off? Okay. And what if that was one of her incentives or motivations for trying to oppose the Golden Order just as much as Marika had? Because Radagon had you know, left her beloved mother, Renala. In addition to this, from Rani's quest, we know that Rani was also being groomed as the successor to Marika. Okay? They wanted Rani to be just like Queen Marika, in the sense that they wanted to use her as the next vessel for the Elden Ring. Okay? And Rani wasn't having any of it. She didn't want to do it. And so between them, this is what I believe, between Marika and Rani, they concocted this scheme to, first of all, destroy the Elden Ring, and then to release death upon back into the world. Hence the Night of the Black Knives. Now, there is more, I think, and this is something else that I thought about since playing the game this time round, and that's Melania. What is her role in all of this? Okay? You know, she ultimately she was a very important character, whilst very sort of mysterious, and we don't know too much about her. Ultimately, it's not kind of revealed who she is or was. I think she has a big part to play in this story. Okay, and here's one of my theories. You look at Melania and Mikola, who are twins. Okay? They are Empyreans, but they are twins. There's two of them. What if Melania was Rani's twin sister? Okay, that's one of the conclusions I've come to in my head here. What if Melania was the other Empyrean and the twin sister of Princess Rani? Okay. Now, we've seen mentions throughout the game at certain points about the Gloam-eyed Queen and the Black Flame, who was an Empyrean. Okay? And I believe the Black Flame existed before the Rune of Death was plucked from the Elden Ring. Now, I think I apologize. I forget the lore exactly, so I'm not going to try and make it up. But I do believe that Melina was the Gloamide Queen, that she was an Empyrean, that she was working towards the ultimate goal of trying to destroy the Golden Order, together with her mother, Queen Marika, and her sister, Princess Rani. Now, why do I also think that Melina might be Rani's sister? In addition to the whole Melania Mikula thing of them being twins, you know, maybe the situation is that Empyreans can only exist as twins, or they can only be born as twins, which would kind of would also give credence to the idea that there's this dichotomy with Marika and Radagon. They are split. So perhaps it would make sense that when they give birth to Empyreans, they are twins. But then we look at other evidence. When you look at Rani in her puppet form, okay, the eye, her closed eye on her face, how it matches up with Melina's closed eye, okay? So it's Rani's right eye, which is closed, and Melina's left eye, which is closed, which again is symbolic of twins, in a way, I feel. And then also the ghostly face that appears next to Rani. So despite destroying her body, Rani, in order to escape her fate as being a vessel for the Elden Ring, what if she couldn't completely sever that tie between her and her sister, Melina? And that was kind of that was a remnant of her bond, her connection with her sister. I mean, you just look at Melania and Mikula, how close they were, and how much Melania loved her brother, and how much her brother loved her sister, because he crafted that needle for her to protect her from the rot. Okay? And then we also look at the fact that, or at least with Rani I'm not so sure, but Empyreans having these imperfections, Mikula, infancy, Melania, rot. With Rani I'm not so sure, but at least with Melina, something's off, because she can only exist in this spirit form. She's not corporeal. What if that was part of her curse, and her body was burned? Was it burned by the black flame? Is her curse to exist between realities as this apparition? And then again to Melina. Now initially, I must admit, when I first played Elden Ring, I thought that Melina could be Rani's daughter. But then as I was playing this game, and it's kind of obvious, why does Melina want to get to the Erdtree, the capital? To seek her mother. And if, you know, who else could this be but Queen Marika in the Erdtree? Now, because she exists ethereally, there would be nothing to stop her being able to gain access to the Erdtree and consult with her mother. And I believe that when she returned to the Erdtree, after the sort of trauma of past events, and with Rani destroying her own flesh, and the Rune of Death being released, and blah 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 blah, I believe she received her purpose again once more from Marika, from within the Erdtree, who was obviously held captive there by the Greater Will. And her purpose, or the purpose given to her by Marika in order to effect her will of destroying the Golden Order, was to aid the Tarnished in destroying the Erdtree, or burning the Erdtree. And the only way that could be done was with the Fire of the Giants, which, as we know, Marika, I assume, while she was still just Marika, not Marika and Radagon, fought the war against the Giants at the behest of the Greater Will, but she could not subdue the flame of the Giants. And so she knew this, and she knew that the only way to burn the Erdtree was to have kindling, a sacrifice. And it seems that her daughter, Melina, was more than willing to be that sacrifice, that kindling to burn the Erdtree. And that was her purpose. Now, the Tarnished themselves, I think this was ultimately Marika's insurance policy, her fail-safe. I get the feeling that, I don't know entirely, but I think she knew that Radagon would try to stop her and, and anyone else from destroying the Golden Order. And Radagon ultimately still held a degree of power. And as we know, from the beginning cutscene, we know that Marika, after she destroyed the Elden Ring, it then switched to an image of Radagon trying to repair it. And this is because, this again kind of accentuates the inner turmoil of Marika, this side that is opposed to the Golden Order and the side who is loyal to the Golden Order. So Marika was able to shatter it, Radagon was trying to repair it. Okay? But then why would... Oh, sorry, I forgot one thing. I forgot one more link to Ranni and Melina. One more link. The fact that Ranni is the one near the beginning of the game that gives you the Spirit Caller bell. And she said that this came from her Torrent's former master or something like that. Why would Ranni be in possession of this item used for summoning spirits from within the Erdtree? Why would she be in possession of that when it belonged to Torrent's former master, which was, as we know, Melina? Again, it's more evidence that these people were linked, if not sisters, I believe, and Empyrean sisters. Now, what was I talking about? Radagon. Excuse me a second while I rack my thoughts here. This is what happens when I jump from point to point. What was I saying about Radagon? Oh, why he locked us outside of the Erdtree. So, and why we were ultimately spurned by the Greater Will from getting into the Erdtree. So, as we know, the Greater Will was still in control, direct control of Radagon. Okay, and at some point they must have decided that they did not want a Tarnished to get into the Erdtree, and this is, I believe, because they, since Melina got into the Erdtree and spoke with her mother Marika, they learned of her true intentions, which was to burn the Erdtree. And I believe in order to try and stop this from happening, Radagon sealed the entrance to the Erdtree and, or not so much burn the Erdtree, but to destroy the Greater Will or the Golden Order. The Greater Will withdrew their support for the Tarnished because, as we know, the two fingers in the Round Table hold became dormant. And they, we were spurned by the guidance of grace, ultimately. So we had to forge our own path. And that path came in the form of us trying to follow up on Marika's will, i.e. Melina's will, which was to burn the Erdtree and gain access. Now, it's difficult because the Tarnished themselves can still decide whether or not they want to mend the Elden Ring or destroy the Golden Order. Okay? Now, we go back to the point where I said that where I believe Ranni and Marika orchestrated the whole Night of the Black Knives, and to destroy the Elden Ring. I believe that Marika wanted Rani to succeed in her quest and become the new goddess. Because when we got to the end there and we had Rani's cutscene, we saw Marika disappear, which we can only assume meant that the Elden Ring was ultimately destroyed. And that Rani was indeed the one who ushered in the new age, of the Age of the Stars. And what did Rani want for that world? She wanted to completely rid this whole system of the demigods and the Greater Will, having control over the world of the Lands Between. And she wanted to return the uncertainties of life and death to the world. Okay? Now, it was a little bit cryptic in a sense, because it almost sounded like her intentions were bad. But I think if you synthesize it or break it down, what she was saying, I think she basically just wanted life to return to normal in the Lands Between. None of this godhood, none of this death being removed as an uncertainty of the world, to restore order and balance. Okay? So I apologize. That wasn't so much me rambling, but me just kind of throwing up or vomiting my thoughts out to you here at the end of our playthrough. So I apologize if it wasn't the most coherent explanation. I apologize. There's no script here. This is me just trying to talk from my head to unpick everything that we've seen so far in our playthrough. But yeah, this is ultimately what I believe. Marika was opposed to the Golden Order. Radagon was loyal. Marika wanted to destroy the Golden Order and no longer wanted to be used as a puppet. To this end, she tried to unleash the power of the Rune of Death with her daughter, Rani. I say daughter. Do you know, ultimately, yeah, I think Rani was just straight up the daughter of Marika and Radagon, because you see what's it called? You see her flesh in that tower. She had red hair and all that sort of stuff, like Melania. But also, do you know what? I've just thought again. Miquella has light hair and Melania has red hair, which again shows the dichotomy or the distinction between Radagon and Marika. Then you look at Melina, who has lighter hair, and Rani's original flesh had red hair. So, again, I think that's more proof that they were twins, more proof that Empyreans are born as twins, like I said, because of this fact that Marika and Radagon are the same person, but they are still able to create children together. So I think, yeah, ignore the whole nonsense about Rani being born of this golden amber egg. No, I think they were straight up. Rani and Melina were straight up twins of Radagon and Marika. Okay, that's what I'm going with here. But yeah, I honestly, I could carry on talking a little bit about it, but I'd be going in circles at this point. But at this stage, I do implore you people, if you want to know more, just go out and look at some of the lore videos out there. But ultimately, try to come to your own conclusions. Try to come to your own conclusions about things. And as this is the final episode, and I will make it clear that it's the final episode, I'll just call it finale or something. You know, put in the comments what you think. What do you think? What's your take? Or, you know, what's your explanation for the way that things are? Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree? Do you think that Melina and Rani are twin sisters and Empyreans? Do you think that Marika wanted to destroy the Golden Order and Marika wanted to destroy the Golden Order, Radagon wanted to mend it? all that sort of juicy stuff. But anyway, that's it, people. So, begin Journey 2. If you don't start over now, you can choose to begin the Journey 2 later and at the Table of Lost Grace in the Rent Uphold. So we'll say no. Okay, and the world is just sort of left in this limbo. And you can no longer... I believe there'll just be a barrier at the Erd Tree now. And you won't be able to get inside. So that is absolutely everything, people. How do I look underground? There we go. That's everything. That's everything done. As much as you can do in one playthrough without gimmicks and cheats and glitches in one single playthrough of Elden Ring. So I hope you enjoyed it. I know we didn't exactly complete Hiatus Quest down there. That's because we didn't inherit the Flame of Frenzy. Okay, and I'm not willing to do that now either. Or should I? I wonder if you even can at this stage. Do you know what? Let's go have a look. Now that I've completed the game and finished with Rani's questline. I'm curious. Oh shit, you totally can. Wow. Well, people, let's finish Hiatus questline. So we don't have the unalloyed gold needle, so we won't be able to cure this, but like I say, we're at the very end of the game here, so it doesn't really matter. There you go. Joker. He's back. There they are. The 3 fingers. Remember, this is an outer god, people, opposed to the greater will. Touch me. There we go. So we are now the bearer of the frenzied flame. So we can't become the Lord of Chaos now, but look at us. We've been scorched and our eyes are now glowy yellow. You see? Very scary. So now we can finish Hiatus Quest. My apologies, people. There was a little bit more after all of that ranting and raving.
The flame of chaos has nestled within you. Could you please rest your hand upon me? Burn me with the flame to make me your maiden.
If you say so, hyena. Just slap her around the face.
Oh, it burns. My eyes. They're melting.
Hyena.
Thank you. I have touched them. The words of the 3 fingers. As your maiden, allow me to divine them. All that there is came from the one great. Then came fractures, and births, and souls. But the greater will made a mistake. Torment, despair, affliction, every sin, every curse, every one born of the mistake. And so, what was borrowed must be returned, melted all away with the yellow chaos flame, until all is one again.
And it sounds like the end of the Evangelion film. Oops.
Those who gave me grapes howled without words, saying they wished they were never born. Become their lord, take their torment, despair, their affliction, every sin, every curse, and melt it all away. As the Lord of Chaos, no more fractures, no more birth.
Hyena. Well, she wanted to become a finger reader, people. We granted her wish. So like I said earlier, you get the seal. Frenzied Flame Seal. Formless sacred seal bestowed by the Maiden of the Three Fingers enhances incantations of the Frenzied Flame. This seal is the mark of the Lord of the Frenzied Flame. Scales incantations using strength, dexterity, intelligence, and faith all together. So, excuse me. Potentially, I don't know really, potentially the strongest seal in the game, I would say. And then the Frenzied Flame incantations are probably some of the most powerful anyway, so go to town. So, I'll just finish up here. I think I will go back to the round to actually, one sec, let me store everything. Let's end the episode or the series right. Store everything we don't need or don't want. Should be everything, yeah? Yep. And then because you know how OCD I am, I'm just gonna go make my eyes back to normal because I want to be my best Joker. So we did end up getting the Frenzied Flame after all, but we've already had the best ending with Rani, so it doesn't matter. And we get 100% completion. One sec, no, don't save to favourites. Load favourites. So unfortunately you can't get rid of the finger burns. Oh shit, you totally can. Sorry people. I thought you couldn't. That's cool. There we go. So now it literally doesn't matter because we've already finished the game with the best ending. There we are. Right, everyone, thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed and liked and watched these videos up until now. I think my first video now is over 100 views, and there's been like almost like 20 subscribers. Thank you so much. Even if I think I said in the first episode, even if only one person were to have watched these videos, that's good enough for me. Even if I only ever get plus 20 subscribers or 100 views, I'm completely happy. But in the next series, we'll be cracking on with Sakura, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to that one. And maybe I'll even record my first episode today. But I think, as I've discussed previously, I think my upload schedule is going to be a bit more staggered. So probably go for like 2 episodes a week or something. Especially when I don't have many subscribers or viewers or anything like that. It gives people a chance to maybe discover the channel and look forward to videos every week and stuff. So everybody, and from the Joker, thank you so much for watching and being here with me. I hope you enjoyed our journey, and I'll catch you in the next series. Bye.